Start.
Hello, myself Nikita Shinde. In today's video, we are going to learn part 3 of the Indian Constitution, which deals with the fundamental rights, Article 12 to 35. Before starting the video, I would like to request you people to subscribe my YouTube channel and turn on the bell icon so you couldn't miss any update from me. So I begin here. Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. Part 2 of Indian Constitution, which deals with fundamental rights, Article 12 to 35. What are fundamental rights? A group of rights that have been recognized by the Supreme Court as requiring a high degree of protection from government encroachment. The rights are specifically identified in the Constitution, especially in the Bill of Rights, or have been found under the due process. This is what means by the fundamental rights recognized by the Supreme Court and required for the high degree of the protection from the government. Okay, and due process means a fair treatment throughout the normal judicial system, especially a citizen entitled to notice of a charge and a hearing before an impartial judge. Example, state law gives a student a right to a public education but does not say anything about the discipline. Okay, there are types of rights like natural rights, moral rights, civil rights, and political rights, economic rights. And in fundamental rights, there are also 6 rights: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Then what we call definition of rights means rights are the common claims of the people which every civilized society recognized as essential claims for the development and which are therefore enforced by the state. This is definition of rights, not fundamental rights. Okay, now article 12, definition of state, defines the term state is it says that unless the context otherwise requires, the term state includes the following: the government and parliament of India, that is executive and legislature of union, the government and legislature of each states. It means to define the term state, which is used in the part 3 of the Indian Constitution while mentioning the application of the provision of fundamental rights of the fundamental rights of the Indian citizens. Article 12 itself is not a fundamental right technically, but it defines the term state for the fundamental rights that are entailed in the Article 14 to 35. It means it is not itself a fundamental right technically, but it defines the term of state in this and Article 14 to 35. Is a judiciary a state under Article 12? There is no explicit mention of the judiciary, Supreme Courts, High Courts, or state district courts as a state in Article 12. However, the organs of the judiciary cannot make rules that are in itself violative of the fundamental rights. It means judiciary cannot make any rule by itself if it itself violate the any fundamental rights. Okay, now article what we call 13, law inconsistent with or an derogation of the fundamental rights. Describe the means for judicially review. It enjoys a duty of the Indian state to enjoins a duty of the Indian state to respect and implement the fundamental right, and at the same time it confers a power on the courts to declare a law or an act void if it infringes the fundamental rights. Article 13. In Article 13d, all laws in the force in the territory of India immediately before the commencement of the Constitution, insofar as they are inconsistent with the provision of this part, shall to the extent of such inconsistency be void. 1312 Article 2, Article 13.2, the states shall not make any law which takes away or abridges the rights conferred by this part, and any law made in this contravention of this clause shall to the extent of the contravention be void. 13.3. In this article, unless the context otherwise requires, law includes any ordinances, order by law, rule, regulation, notification, custom, or usages having in the territory of India the force of law. Laws in force includes law passed or made by the legislature or other competent authority in the territory of India before the commencement of this constitution and not previously repealed, notwithstanding that any such law or any part thereof may not be then in operation either at all or in the particular areas. And the 13.4. Nothing in this article shall apply to any amendments of this constitution made under Article 368, right to equality. Now we will see right to equality, Article 14 to 18. Article 368 is amendment of the constitution. Okay, and now we are going to look right to equality, Article 14 to 18. Right to equality, Article 14 to 18. Equality before law and equal protection of law. Article 14. The state shall not deny to any person equality before law and equal protection of law. Person includes citizens and foreigners as well as the legal person. It means state cannot deny any person equality before law. कोई state deny नहीं कर सकता equality before law और इसका equal protection of law के लिए किसी भी व्यक्ति के लिए. और ये जो है right to equality ये citizen, foreigners और legal persons के लिए है. इक्वलिटी बिफोर लॉ और इक्वल प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ लॉ का ये बताती हूँ डिफरेंस थोड़ा. इक्वलिटी बिफोर लॉ ब्रिटिश ओरिजिन है और इक्वल प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ लॉ यूएस ओरिजिन है. इक्वलिटी बिफोर लॉ नेगेटिव कंसेप्ट, इक्वल ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ लॉ पॉजिटिव कंसेप्ट. इक्वलिटी बिफोर लॉ इट प्रोहिबिट्स स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट एंड इक्वल प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ लॉ इट अलाउज स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट एंड इट मीन्स इक्वलिटी ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट अंडर अ इक्वल circumstances. Equality before law, it is one of the aspects of the rule of law by the Professor Dicey, and equal protection of law, it permits reasonable classification of person, objects and transaction by law. Rule of law, no man can be punished except for break of the law. कोई भी व्यक्ति पनिश नहीं किया जाएगा अगर उसने कोई लॉ ब्रेक किया. एवरीवन इज इक्वल बिफोर लॉ, सब लोग इक्वल है लॉ के आगे. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज रिजल्ट ऑफ राइट्स ऑफ इंडिविजुअल. जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो एक रिजल्ट है एक इंडिविजुअल के राइट्स का, रेदर देन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बीइंग द सोर्स ऑफ इंडिविजुअल राइट्स. एक उसके अलावा एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बीइंग द सोर्स ऑफ इंडिविजुअल राइट्स. फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड एलिमेंट्स आर एप्लीकेबल to the Indian system. SC held rule of law. Supreme Court held rule of law in basis features and cannot be amended. Okay. Exceptions of these articles: resident and governor, Article 361, foreigner diplomats, UNO, etc. Article 31C, it provides the law made by the state for implementing DPSPs contained in clause B or C of Article 39 cannot be challenged. Article 31C, saving of laws, giving effect to the certain directive principle. Okay, and the 39B clause is that the ownership and the control of the material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common goods. And C, 39 clause C, 39C, that the operation of economic system does not result in the concentration of wealth and means of production on the common determinant. These are sometimes called a charter of social and economic justice. Now we will see Article 15. Prohibition of discrimination on certain grounds. It provides that no citizen shall be discriminated on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. subject to any liability restrictions or condition with regard to access shop, public restaurant, hotels and place of public entertainment, the use of well tanks, bathing ghats, roads and place of public restart maintained bush allies partly by the state fund. Exception of the Article 15, special favor for SCs, STs and other weaker section allowed. Special favors can be given to women and children also. Overall, the Article 15 says that there will be no discrimination only on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth, and no one show, and there's what we call access restrictions on the condition regard to the access shop. मतलब कोई शॉप में उसको ले नहीं रहे, कोई कुछ ये करे, डिस्क्रिमिनेट करे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए उसके इधर शॉप्स में, पब्लिक रेस्टोरेंट्स में, होटल्स में, सब में ऐसा कुछ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. और उसके एक्सेप्शंस भी दिए आर्टिकल 15 के कि स्पेशल फेवर्स दिए जाएंगे शेड्यूल कास्ट, शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स एंड अदर वीकर सेक्शन के लिए, और स्पेशल फेवर्स वुमेन और चिल्ड्रंस के लिए भी दिए जाएंगे. Article 16, Equality of opportunity in public employment. No citizen can be discriminated against as being eligible for any employment or office under state on grounds of only religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth or residence. मतलब इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी दी जाएगी पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट के ऊपर, और क्या बोलते हैं उसको, और वो इनएलिजिबल फॉर एनी एम्प्लॉयमेंट और ऑफिस अंडर स्टेट ऑन ग्राउंड्स ऑफ ओनली रिलीजन, रेस, कास्ट, सेक्स, डिसेंट, प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ और रेसिडेंस के इसके हिसाब से, मतलब डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड, इसके अगेंस्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड के हिसाब से. ओके, इसके एक्सेप्शंस है. पार्लियामेंट कैन प्रिस्क्राइब रेसिडेंस एज अ कंडीशन फॉर सर्टन एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन द स्टेट एज यूनियन टेरिटरी और लोकल अथॉरिटी. स्पेशल फेवर्स कैन बी गिवन टू SC, ST and other weaker section. Religion can be ground for discrimination in special cases except appointment of imams in Madras. Okay, Article 16 exceptions are this. और जो आर्टिकल 16 में दिया कि इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी दिए जाएंगे पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए, तो कोई भी सिटीज़न डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड नहीं होगा, जैसे अगेंस्ट एज इनएलिजिबल फॉर एम्प्लॉयमेंट और ऑफिस अंडर स्टेट ऑन ग्राउंड्स रिलीजन, रेस, कास्ट, इसके ऊपर. सो डू रिमेंबर दिस, एंड एक्सेप्शंस भी मैंने बता दिए हैं. नाउ वी विल सी आर्टिकल 17. Article 17, Abolition of Untouchability. Following acts are offensive as per Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955. Preventing any person from entering any place of public worship. Second, denying access to any shop, hotel or places of public entertainment. Third, refusing to admit person in hospitals, educational institution or hotels established for the public benefit. And then fourth, insulting a person belonging to the SCs on the ground of untouchability. Fifth, preaching untouchability directly or indirectly. And sixth, refusing to sell goods, vendor services. And Article 17 has its punishments as imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to Euro 500 both. Convicted person is disqualified for contesting election to parliament or state legislative. This is Article 17. Now we will see Article 18. Article 18, Abolition of Titles. Provisions are as follows. It prohibits state from conferring any title except a military or academy. Prohibits a citizen of India from accepting any title from any foreign state. No foreigner working under state can receive any title from any foreign state with consent of resident of India. Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri. Such awards do not amount to titles, as theory of equality does not mandate that merit should be recognized. This is Article 18. What is given that provision are as follows, I told you. And no citizen shall be prohibit Indians from accepting any title from the foreign states, means it prohibits us citizens, I mean. And no foreigner working under state can receive any title from any foreign state with consent of resident, okay, of India. I hope my video was helpful for all your people, and in next video we are going to see Right to Freedom, Article 19 to 22 in Part 3 of Indian Constitution. And do subscribe my channel, share, like and do comment. Thank you.